a few more features and stuff like that. Really want to know what's going on here with these cameras. I think we're onto something here. It's interesting. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just answered my own question. Did we not say this months ago
that they might move the camera that's on top of the car?
What's that noise behind me? Yeah, that's I-65. That's because we are at the Bowling Green Assembly Plant. Welcome, everybody, to Coffee with Conti. And of course, every time I come to Bowling Green, yes, it's NCM Motorsports Park. You got to visit there, the National Corvette Museum. And when you come over here to the plant, you just never know what you're going to see. That's what we're going to talk about today. I think we found some new discoveries on the 2026 Corvette. And luckily, there's a 26 ZR1 here. Of course, it has the Highwing. Hopefully that's no longer an issue. We'll talk about that at the end of June when ordering starts for 2026. But look at this beautiful Riptide Blue ZR1 convertible with the ZTK package. Here's what I found that, again, we talked about, I think it was last week, we talked about some of the 26 changes that we know of so far. The order guide has not been printed. I think there's still a discovery of other new features that they haven't published yet. Like this right here. What's going on there? There's 2 cameras. Now, what are those for? And what's that? I don't want to touch anything, but what's that button for? Now, I thought this was worthy of doing a show today. Out here walking around. Yeah, there's a beautiful 25 ZR1. Here's something else that you haven't seen yet, and I've got some pictures that we'll throw up because we just lost the sun. If you can see it, yeah, you can't see it through here. Let's talk about it as you look at the pictures that I took. This is the level 2 carbon fiber that includes up over where the head-up display is now on the new dash for 2026. This is the first, I think, that we've seen it. It's pretty neat, but I'm concerned. Is it going to cause a glare when the sun hits that? I'm not sure. Now, here's one thing that I don't really, just me personally, it's kind of an aesthetic thing. I get what they're doing as far as weight savings and all that kind of stuff, but on the convertibles, this part of the roof, this part of the roof is visible carbon fiber. That's how it comes. You cannot override it and make it carbon flash like the nacelles are in your A-pillar. And I don't like the fact that those are 2 different colors. I think they should all be one. Just the way it breaks it up is just a little odd to me. Some folks really like it. To me, I wish it had some consistency and some continuity and make it all visible carbon fiber, which we already know the issues with visible carbon fiber. So no, don't do that because we'll have less availability of the car. Got your Cup 2Rs on here. Carbon flash wheels. I'll come back to this car in a second, see if the sun comes back out. Here's this beautiful Seawolf Gray. Oh my gosh. I really like this. Now, not a high-wing car, so it doesn't have this additional lip up in here, like the blue car does here. And there's already guys out there, you knew this happened faster than I thought it would. There's already guys making replica ZR1 hoods for your current C8, Stingray, E-Ray, and Z06. Yeah. Why not? That'll tick off these guys that wait forever and pay double what we're paid for our Stingrays to have that replica hood. But this is really, really something, isn't it, guys? Wow. Carbon fiber roof here. Now, this is not too awful bad. You got this little small piece of carbon flash on the A, but I like that this is the color of the car. This, see what I mean? The continuity here, this works really well. We talked about this with my friend Mike at Brink of Speed. Oh, here comes the sun. We'll be back to you in a second. Come over here, look at this. See what I mean? Now, of course, we don't have it from the vantage of the driver sitting there and how it may glare back on you in the sun. So coming back over here during the bash event, hooked up with Mike at Brink of Speed, we had a great just car conversation, walking around talking about these Corvettes, and I had reserved in that conversation something I wanted to talk about, and that was the split window. This is a beautiful aesthetic design, but back way before C8 come out, we heard about this monster car, over 1,000 horsepower car, that the back windows were cracking and breaking. Is that why that they did that? Now you relieve some of the stress on the window, and you also generate some additional heat, and you also have an aesthetic property. So there's 3 wins in doing this design. In my opinion, I think that's probably why they did that. The carbon fiber does pop on this, just like the 19 ZR1. It had the most visible carbon fiber standard on any Corvette, and this one follows suit here for C8. The advantage for C8, especially if you're trying to get one, it's taking forever to get one. They're not making this car for only 1 year like they did in C7. So more information on production and availability as we get into those order processes. And in fact, we didn't do a video on Thursday. Ordering for 2025 is over. The last cycle started on Thursday as far as the allocations will be dispersed the following Thursday. It didn't look like, I can't see the national report. I'll have an update for you this coming Thursday, but it looks like there were no more ZR1s dispersed for allocations. We'll verify that this coming Thursday for you guys. And if that's the case, it's what I said months ago. Less than probably 500, just a handful of ZR1s made for 2025. So I guess congratulations is in order if you're lucky enough to get one of these bad boys. I don't want to talk too much about that because the way that the ordering, the distribution of the allocations were handled was handled wrong, incorrectly. Huge mistakes were made, and actually I had to edit that out. I was going to say something else, and I'll have to say that maybe for another video. Just I'm kind of speechless and pretty upset and frustrated. Not really just for us in our store, just for our customers and for what we've not been able to tell them and give them good experiences buying this car, especially this car, the most expensive Corvette ever. So, you know, we'll leave that saga lay there. Let's get excited that these cars are being made. There you go, one of the first 26 ZR1s out there on the internet. Thanks for joining us on the channel. We talked about this at the Bash 2 for the Highwings that were there. Look at this beautiful contour on this Highwing. Just look how big this freaking thing is. It's freaking huge. Oh my gosh, is that big? It's like, I don't know. I love the convertible. I love the convertible. My car's sitting over there. But if I got a ZR1, I'm not going to get a ZR1. I can't afford a ZR1, and availability is just not there. But if I was going to get one, you know, because of this, that styling cue, man, that's freaking hot. I'd have to get that. Well, if you guys, okay, let's just take all the crap off the table. Thinking positive. If you were to get a ZR1, what would it be? A coupe or a convertible? Make a comment down below. I do appreciate that. One thing we didn't see on this car, and again, we've got to wait for the order guide, there's no grill guards on the ZR1. Again, I think that feature should be standard. It is our #1 accessory on all of our Corvettes, Z06, Stingray, and E-Ray included. So just a quick glance at the 2026. Once the order guide does come out, maybe we'll see a few more features and stuff like that. Really want to know what's going on here with these cameras. I think we're onto something here. It's interesting. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just answered my own question. Did we not say this months ago? And again, we broke that story, and I just realized I missed it.
But real quick, let's talk about 2 potential problems on the ZR1. One, in fact, that Chevrolet is testing that they might move the camera that's on top of the car. Why? Because if you get the ZTK package, that's a big-ass wing. You already can't see out the sides of the car. You got to utilize those mirrors, but that wing could potentially block your view. You could block almost all of your view out that camera, so you can't see anything. So they're testing moving that right now.
If you look at the top of the convertible, there's no camera. Didn't I tell you guys they were testing because the Highwing, that camera, no matter where you adjusted it, you couldn't see a damn thing out of it. So that's what that camera is. They moved it from there to here so you could see now in your rear view mirror. So we just broke that for you guys too. Well, we broke it months ago. Said it was probably going to happen. It looks like it did happen, and they were doing that testing. Because no matter, if you look, right there's the vantage point. No matter where you tilt it, that wing's in the way. So there you go. Kind of a fun upload today. Thanks for joining us, guys. So there's the visible carbon fiber, there's the carbon flash. There's the visible carbon fiber, and there's the carbon flash. See how it's just a little breakup in the flow and the continuity? You know, I'm more about aesthetics, you know what I mean, guys? There's a story that we broke months ago and a discovery today at the Bowling Green Assembly Plant. No longer the camera on the top of the car. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.